We're back, baby.
Back like a heart attack.
Thought we was gone.
Okay, cut it out. All right, sorry.
We're glad to be back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for liking.
Thanks for everything.
Everything.
Well, welcome, first of all.
Yes, and for those of you whose first time this is, welcome to Brick Wall Reviews. I'm Dave.
He's Dave.
I am.
I'm Sam.
And today we're pretty excited today. Maybe me more than Sam.
Yeah, like your facial, right? Yeah. So.
Because I get to try to cash in on some of that sweet Disney dollar. Today marks the launch of Disney Plus, the brand new streaming service coming from who else but Disney, who is slowly trying to take over the world.
Slowly, I think it's pretty evident now.
Yes, all hail the mouse. The streaming service launched today. Launched, for those of you who didn't know, it launched at 9 o'clock this morning. And right out the gate, it launched to a couple of crashes.
Yeah, it surely did, because we was one of the ones.
Yeah, one of the.
It wasn't 9. Well, it probably pretty close to 9. We tried to do. When he made me do it.
Yes, because I was very anxious.
Because on my back like this, so I did it real quick.
The Disney Plus lineup, for those of you who don't know, it is a very highly anticipated streaming service and lineup full of all your favorite.
I say highly anticipated because of the hype behind it. I mean, we already know it's going to be Disney services and Disney films and everything Disney.
Yeah.
So, and then of course it was offered to Verizon wireless customers with certain plans.
Verizon wireless customers. Get your fill.
You have to have the credentials, though.
Yes,
I believe you have to have unlimited something to get it, but just type it in your search and just find out.
Yeah, find out. Get it for free. 1 year free Disney Plus. After that is $6.99 a year, or at least your eternal soul. Who knows?
Well, I wouldn't even say a year. Do it at $364 because they're going to charge you on $365.
Oh yeah, it's going to automatically come out after that year. So don't think you're getting away.
Try to be slick and call in later either.
It's also free to new Files customers. I know I had that debacle with my mom earlier today. Shout out to moms. I think it's important to know if you're an existing Files customer, you are out of luck. You have to pay. If you're a new Files customer,
it's only $6.99. It's not a bad price.
No, it's a great price. $6.99 or $69.99 a year.
69? Yeah, I think it's 69. Whatever. It'll tell you.
Yeah, it'll tell you when you go to the page and sign up. It's not expensive. It's a pretty good price.
It is reasonably priced for all of the old movies, because even trying to buy Cinderella is $20. $20, and you can watch it over and over and over.
Yeah.
To where the only thing I see is to where. If I buy it, I have it. So if I get rid of streaming service, I'm not gonna have it no more. That's the only difference.
Yeah, and that's something I before the service launched and everything, and just reading about the shares and everything and all the information. They did say once you download it, because you can download the movies onto your devices. Once you download it, you keep it forever. I think that's how it goes. I believe. Research that, though. Don't take my immediate word for that. Research that.
We are not encouraging.
Yes, we are not encouraging piracy. We are encouraging whatever Disney encourages.
We are not encouraging.
If you don't look at the hashtags, you can see I'm trying to get some Disney money today. Fresh out the gate, Disney Plus has a lot to offer. A lot to offer. A lot of unexpected gems. We were going through it earlier, and
the crash. Well, we was going through it earlier, so we experienced the crash at that time. But it's expected. You release it at 9 a.m. Tons of people are trying to download, especially when you get it for free. Give me it right now. I want it the day it comes out. I want it now. Yeah. It's free. Give me my stuff. I'm expecting it. You said I can have it, so give it to me. So it's expected that it was going to crash. Now, they should have been proactive maybe in anticipating a crash, especially from Disney, because even people who don't have Verizon or anything, they like Disney.
Yeah.
A lot of good Disney.
Everyone loves Disney.
Disney. So.
But yeah, getting to a little bit of the content, just scrolling through. I know, Sam, when we scrolled through, I was surprised at a lot of the content they had on there because there's a lot of things that I haven't seen in a long time. A lot of things that it's kind of scary now. I didn't know Disney made that many movies for people to watch.
I kind of knew that.
I didn't know the amount of things. I mean, it goes from obscure to recognizable to, hey, I have not seen that in a long time kind of territory. It's a lot of content. It's a lot of content.
It is. I mean, but it's a basic setup.
Yeah,
it's
a very basic setup. Very
for streaming services. So I mean, it's categorized, and I mean, like they said, some people were having issues, and we didn't go deep into the dynamics of this belongs here, that belongs there. But like I said, because the site was crashing or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But it's generic. I mean,
very generic. I would say look-wise, Netflix. I know this is probably going to come up as a question for you guys, so I'll answer it now. Does it look better than Netflix? No. I'm going to say no.
I mean. Well, I mean, we're talking about Netflix now. Everybody had to start. I mean, I understand that Disney's supposed to be the powerhouse. I'm sorry. You're supposed to bring it. You're supposed to bring it. So, I think that's what their expectation and anticipation was, that you're Disney, you do this. This is what you do. So, you're supposed to bring it. It shouldn't have been no discrepancies with anything that occurred, or, like I said, it should have just been taken care of immediately.
It's very interesting, especially that you say how Netflix started off, and especially with them coming with the powerhouse. Even when you log into Netflix, you hear the iconic dum dum. Disney has nothing, no type of entertaining entrance sound, which is, you would think, because it's Disney. But I mean, it looks. I mean, the look is kind of it's basic, like Sam said, it's pretty basic. One thing I do like is one thing I like but don't like, it splits the things into different categories, which is part of the catalog. We'll talk about the catalog more in a bit. It splits it between Marvel, Disney, Star Wars, and National Geographic. Yeah. Yes, I said National Geographic.
And I think that's good.
Disney owns that.
But even, I mean, I think that's good that they did include it, because they didn't have to include it. So I like the fact that they included it, because that gives the children something educational to look at.
Yeah.
It is options, so it's not just straight, fantasy versus reality on there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I like that because a lot of kids love animals, and it'll pique the interest. We asked our daughters, and they said they would be interested in it. So 3 and 4 years old, interested. So I said, Disney.
Yeah, Disney makes great purchases. For those of you who are very ear to the business streets, ears to Wall Street, and know about the fact that Disney bought Fox not too long ago, you might be wondering, okay, well, what about the Fox content? Because for those of you who don't know, The Simpsons, all 30 seasons or whatever of The Simpsons are on Disney Plus, including the Simpsons movie. And then there's some other Fox properties on there, but I'm not really sure what movies are Fox and what movies are Disney. So I'm not really the guy to ask. But I mean, there's some pretty non-Disney stuff on there. There's what was the one? Never Been Kissed. Never Been Kissed is on Disney Plus.
He doesn't care for that movie. But
I don't. That movie, it was a shock. It was one of the many surprises I saw on Disney.
But I can see why it's on there though, because it's no. But even if it was, it's typical of Disney to do something like that. Look at Sleeping Beauty. Damsel in distress, pretty much. So
Yeah.
We have that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like when you think about the type of movie that it is, or the type of programs that they're going to allow onto their streaming service, it's going to be typical of Disney.
Yeah.
I mean, which is expected because it's a Disney streaming service. So for them to have something else on there, it's like, okay.
They don't just keep it strictly Disney, but they do bring a lot, like I said, they do bring a lot of content out of the woodwork. They bring a lot of content out. it's very trying to think how to put it. It's unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot to take in because it's a lot to think about when you come to the content on Disney Plus. It's not something you can get through in a weekend.
Of course not.
No, it's not even something you can get through in a month. I mean, if you can get through it in a month,
I might try to.
I need your paychecks.
I might try to.
It's a lot.
I know it is. I'm prepared for the challenge.
Well,
I might watch it from A to G. I don't know though, cause
that's a perfect segue.
I might fall asleep on a couple of them.
That's a perfect pivot because speaking of watching from A to Z, there are if anyone grew up in the 2000s, not any 90s babies, any early 2000 kids, Disney Channel kids who really know about all that Disney Channel original movies, y'all are in for a treat.
Yeah, of course.
There is literally every single Disney Channel original movie ever.
He is excited. I'm more excited for My Little Mermaid, The Beauty and the Beast. I'm that type of person.
I'm excited for the Disney Channel original movies. It's just I forgot that there were so many. There were so many of them.
Cut it out.
Especially Xenon, which, if you want to go A to Z, you gotta stop at Xenon, girl of the 21st century. Halloween Town movies. I didn't see High School Musical 2 on there, but it's something that you will have to just keep looking for.
Well, we just did a generic search of movies A to Z. We didn't really type in anything. Well, I feel that, if it says all movies, so that might be all according to Dave, but I feel that it might be more.
Oh yeah, there's definitely more.
Because there's no way. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're not stopping there with the obscure. I mean, they have very.
It might just be for the original, just to get it out there. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, updates. So, that's expected of a streaming service to update the content and include, different things, new things to pique the interest of the consumer. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Right. What we said we were going to do for this was look through the content, kind of give you guys a little taste of what's on there. Not going to show you guys anything, but just give you a little taste of what kind of content they have on there. Of course, they have their original programmings. If any Star Wars fans, The Mandalorian, I have not watched it, no. Review coming soon, episodes weekly. Maybe just for me, though.
He says review what?
She's not a Star Wars fan, but they have Star Wars fans. All 6 Star Wars, all 8 Star Wars. No.
I'll do it.
All 7 Star Wars movies are on Disney Plus, and the Clone Wars TV show, and the Clone Wars movies. Star Wars fans, you're going to have fun with this because there's so much Star Wars. I like Star Wars.
Star Wars.
The first original movie, Lady and the Tramp, live action Lady and the Tramp. If you guys want to see a review, maybe. High School Musical, the series. I think that speaks for itself. Encore, which is a show hosted by Kristen Bell. You have a Jeff Goldblum show for National Geographic on here. Another original movie called Noelle, starring Anna Kendrick and Bill Hader. It's a Christmas movie. Straight out the gate with a Christmas movie. That's cool. Speaking of which, they have all 3 Santa Claus movies on there as well. They have all.
And I actually like those movies. I never really gave them much credit, but I think I might add it to my Christmas list.
Oh yeah,
I might add that to the Christmas list of movies to watch. So.
Oh yeah, Disney Plus has the Christmas Fire.
Yeah.
Well, some of the Christmas Fire. Disney Plus has some of the Christmas Fire on there. You have the Marvel Hero Project, the Imagineering Story. Forky asks a question. Forky from Toy Story 4.
Here he go. Forky already.
I'm going through the original.
Okay. Keeping it simple.
Pixar in real life, and they have a couple of Pixar shorts, and they have Family Sundays. All those are original programmings on Disney Plus. Of course, there are more to come. If you guys have been paying attention, especially you Marvelites or Marvel lovers, our Marvel shows don't start until next year. Yes, it's sad. Yeah, our Marvel shows don't start till next year. If you got the free trial now, we'll be getting our Marvel shows when our free trial expires. Is that going to stop me?
What?
That won't stop me.
Of course it won't.
It won't stop me. I will begin to pay.
It's going to be even worse.
That's when I'll begin to pay. Of course, I can't. The Falcon and Winter Soldier is the first. Okay.
Okay, but the thing about it, though, when you're speaking about payment on the Disney Plus, it's going to be added into whatever you set it up. So you set up on your Verizon Wireless, it's an add-on into your monthly bill. Mm-hmm. So like I said, just pay attention, because this thing, don't call them acting like you don't know.
Yeah, it's a free trial. You got your
it's an add-on, so you don't have to pretty much.
Yeah, it's just an add-on, so they'll charge you. So if you don't want to be charged the yearly money, just make sure you keep an eye on that. Mark your calendars for this date so you get your one free year and keep it moving. Yeah. So, but you won't do that because we all love Disney here, right? Right.
Well, like I said, I always wanted my girls to grow up on the classics anyway. And like I said, even some discrepancies with the classics, we all know that during the years, if you look at the years the movies were made, the years films were made, just expect what was expected at that time.
Yes, which
I'm sorry to say that, because I am totally against that type of behavior or anything negative towards another human being. But during that time, that's what was expected. And not to say that we should expect it now, but to expect them to change what was already out, I don't think that that's appropriate. And I just have to say that's how I feel about it, because it is what it is. We can't change the past. We're going to change the future. So, just do better. We learn and we grow. We do better.
With that said, if you've ever had a problem,
please stop with the remakes. Don't do the remakes, please.
No, they're going to do that. Come on. They're strapped for cash.
Get something new. Sorry. Okay.
To piggyback off what you said, though, a lot of the original Disney films, from The Lion King all the way down to Sleeping Beauty, all the way down to Three Caballeros, all the way down to Fun and Fancy Free, if you've ever actually watched that. They're all in their original form. So the Crows and Dumbo, the Siamese Cats and the Aristocats, which, fun fact, was just on. I just had that on Disney Plus, and I did not verify that the Siamese Cats were in the Aristocats. But from what I'm to understand, they are in Aristocats still. Disney has not altered the films in any way, their classic films in any way. They've omitted films, of course. Song of the South, they have omitted that. It's currently not there.
Please.
There are people who like that film.
I understand that a lot of people like that, but So yeah, like I said, I'm not a fan of what happened in the past, and I really don't care to speak on it. But it was in there. We watched it as children. Now we're older. We understand it a little bit better. So yeah, we can have our opinions on it, but it's up to you to decide whether you're gonna watch it or not. And it's up to you, too, to develop your own feelings and emotions towards the films.
I'm sorry for my strange facial expressions, everyone. I'm just finding newer content on Disney Plus, which is... I was looking through that just to give you guys a taste of some things that are on there. Again, look for yourself, of course. Don't be afraid. Download the app. It's fun. They have Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Sister Act movies, Turn Hooch... It's a vast library. I think we can both agree it's a pretty vast library.
Yeah.
So you'll have things on there that you'll be surprised of. I can't say that enough, because I'm just scrolling through it on my phone. I'm surprised that some things are popping up that I didn't see all 4 times I've scrolled through the content, which goes to say how much content they have.
Yeah. Like I said, he's going to be more into it than I am. I'm more of a go into the search and just type it in real quick.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with going to the search and typing it in.
I have a difficult time finding stuff.
Yeah, no, and Disney Plus is at no shortage of, you might want to search to see if it's there. And it has a lot of those.
It's just easier, it's less time consuming. If you're one of them people who like to search and look through, have fun with it. If you already know what you want to watch, just go to the search. If you just don't know, look around. I do that sometimes, but I still don't find nothing. Yeah. So I might go to the search and type in the letter A and act like I'm spelling the word. It's just no problem. Just, you never know. So
yeah, they're
also stuff like that too.
They are flooded with content, most of which you might have all seen before and haven't seen in a long time. Yeah. In terms of nostalgia.
Like Snow. Okay, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Go ahead. I mean, like with Snow White, I haven't seen Snow White in a long time. We did watch a couple of films after the girls came home, watch it with them, so they can experience some stuff. But even with Snow, we've been watching it a long time. And then even what was the other one we watched? Snow White.
Snow White and one of those princesses.
Yeah, it was a princess.
It was a princess. It was the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Ariel.
Yeah.
We watched Ariel's movie.
We watched it.
Yes, and
so
someone's watched the live.
I did. Before it came on a little late at night. I think it was 8 o'clock. So
30 seconds. Go.
I fell asleep. So the whole thing live action. Boom. The only thing live action is the singing, and I hate to say it, but I did not care for Ariel singing. She was a little pitchy. Sorry, I listened for that. Sorry, ears pick it up. So I didn't care for that. I liked the crab. What's the crab? Not Kermit. What's his name?
15 seconds.
I can't remember.
Sebastian.
I'm going too quick. My body's not giving it to Sebastian. So Sebastian did his job. Mm-hmm. And I loved Queen Latifah as Ursula. She killed it. Killed it. I loved it. And after that, I fell asleep. So sorry.
Yeah, so Little Mermaid Live, if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's
you see how he's rushing me? I get 30 seconds. But he get a whole hour to... Oh my gosh, I'm so amazed.
Okay.
All right. Then you still not. I can still
nostalgia. Speaking of nostalgia, because nostalgia is a very big thing that everyone likes to pull on. There is an abundance of Saturday morning Disney cartoons. So if you were a fan of Darkwing Duck, Gargoyles, Goof Troop, Tailspin, I didn't watch the Saturday morning lineup on Disney Afternoon, so I don't know what else is on there.
Or if you couldn't watch the Saturday morning lineup,
or if you couldn't watch them and you want to get into
religion, so
they are all on there. The Disney Afternoon lineup. I mean, every single one of them, even Bonkers.
Or if you didn't have cable as a child, I'm just saying though, all types of things.
I didn't watch them by child. I have no attachment to the 1999 or 19 whatever. I have no attachment to DuckTales, Gargoyles. I
wouldn't either if I was only 2 shows.
I have no attachment to any of those.
It's funny.
But they're there. The Marvel shows, the Marvel cartoons are there. The X-Men, original X-Men animated series is there. The original...
The Little Hulk, not the Little Hulk.
No, the Little Hulk is on there, actually.
But the Hulk is on there.
Babies. Superhero babies. What? Marvel babies.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
No, all the there's a Spider-Woman show on here. Now I have if anyone knows about the Spider-Woman show, please comment on here and or let me know what that is, because I have no idea what that is. Yeah, no, see, little baby Hulk. Look at it.
That's not the Hulk.
Well, baby Spider-Man and then baby Hulk is like right there. Superhero adventures.
Anyway,
they have a lot of stuff.
First of all, I don't even care. Don't even get me started on Hulk. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother time.
They have.
Get off of Marvel. He's on Marvel. Get off of Marvel.
Yeah, this is the.
Get off of Marvel. They have Marvel on.
Okay. I already talked about the Star Wars page.
We talked about movies.
The Pixar page, of course, all your Pixar favorites. They have a original series. I think I talked about it. Pixar in Real Life, which they take the Pixar. The first one on there is like Inside Out. So you put I didn't watch it.
Yeah, watch what, Inside Out?
No. The Pixar in Real Life. They had like a trailer out for it a while ago, but it's like I looked at the description for the first episode. It's like a console from Inside Out. And it's like in the middle of some city, and I guess people are going and pressing buttons there. I don't know. There are some that I'm very interested in. Quick sidebar: episodes of the Disney Plus original series, they drop weekly. So every week will be a new episode of whatever Disney Plus show you start to like. The only episode of Pixar in real life I'm excited for is the one where Wall-E goes around the city. You gotta see Wall-E.
Oh, I'm like, I thought that was a little scary old man that you were afraid of. So
no, everyone knows they have the Pixar shorts on here. Thank you. Anyone who didn't know that deep-seated fear of mine, you finally know. Yes, I was afraid of the old man Gary from Gary's Game. It was a short film before.
How?
That guy was creepy.
No, he was not.
He was creepy to me when I was younger.
Of course.
He was in. Go watch Toy Story 2 on Disney Plus. You'll see the old man. Ha. Disney Plus plug. Mm-hmm. They have a lot of Toy Story content, all the Pixar stuff, all of it, every single bit of it is on there. Of course, to be expected. National Geographic. What's not to like on National Geographic?
Like I said, it's educational. That's number one. Mm-hmm. That's number one. Especially if you have children. I mean, we should be aware of it. And like I said, even for an adult, like I like learning about that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know what type of animal I have to encounter. You know, I have to fight a bear one day. You never know. I might run up on a lion. You know?
I might have to tackle a wolf.
You know, I had to go deep down with a crocodile. You never know. I'm sorry. You don't know. So I got to be prepared.
Yes, we all have to be prepared for that inevitable day.
So I have to know what, I might.
Geographic.
So, just in case, I might be what they like. So
okay.
Just make sure I stay away.
No, I mean, keep going. I'm just looking at something I haven't said anything.
Raven's on there.
Ravens?
And of course, I love the Hunchback of Notre Dame is on there.
Raven. That's what you were
saying.
Raven.
Yeah, she's Disney. You
don't say that's so Raven.
I don't Raven. Disney Raven. Like what else?
Yeah, they have a lot of throwbacks. They have a lot of stuff, guys. You should get Disney Plus. If not downloading Disney Plus, at least try to find a way to go through the content. Right. See if there's something that you
So that's what I'm gonna say. Try it. If you don't like it, hurry and get rid of it. Might get your money back. Go through a different thing.
Subscriptions are reasonably easy to cancel.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it.
They have Smart Guy. That is what Smart Guy. The little show with TJ Mallory.
I know TJ.
Yeah, Smart Guy. Yeah, Smart Guy on Disney Plus. And so, for anyone who likes Smart Guy, I like Smart Guy.
Like I said, that was.
It was a show.
It was a show.
That was ahead of its time.
It was a show.
Oh, this one here.
It was a show. I'm sorry.
My next question to you specifically is going to say, what are you most excited to see on Disney Plus?
I told you, I like my Cinderella. I like my Snow White. I like Mulan. Mm-hmm. I'm not really too much into the Disney TV series. I'm really not. But the movies, like the old classics, I love them. The Little Mermaid, all of that, because, like I said, that was a part of my childhood. Mm-hmm. So, of course, I'm going to love stuff that was part of my childhood. I want to give it to, my girls.
Of course.
So, yeah, that type of stuff. The Aristocats, all of that.
Okay.
Yeah, like those types of movies. So, I saw some stuff I am going to watch. I'm going to watch it without them. Had to leave them in the dust for a little bit.
So now as a person, I'm going to stop expressing my feelings about this because I'm a person that's into these entertainment stuff. And I'm going to ask you, as a person who's not as wake up every morning and find something new about the entertainment industry, I'm going to ask you, what do you see Disney Plus as just a regular consumer? Do you see it lasting, let's say, up until 2022 as a consumer?
I can see it lasting that long just because of the popularity of Disney. And then this is just their opening. Like, they're not going to stop.
Yes.
They're not going to give up. They're not going to stop. So I can see it lasting well into the future. Because like I said, I like the programs and just, for me, the movies. Like, yeah, I'll watch those about every day.
Yeah.
So I can see it. So, like I said, and the price isn't bad. It's not a bad price. Mm-hmm.
So do you think with the price and the content, which one do you think would, if you had to steer away from Netflix, which one do you think would bring you more towards Disney and more away from Netflix? Content or price?
I would say probably the price.
Price?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Netflix price does gradually raised.
Yeah, so I would definitely say price. I mean, and that's even my problem. Like, just to steer off of the conversation a little bit is, all the streaming services, like, cut it out, make your mind up. Do this. We're tired of it. We are tired of it. We are broke. We are on fixed incomes, but we like the services. But cut it out. Like, they know that we're gonna get the service because we're interested. And even with the fast social media and all of that now, like, you don't want to be left out. So you're gonna try to get the service. You might let the little light bill be a little short for the little $7 a month. So that's what I'm saying.
So with that, because I
think it's unfair to the consumer to have 50 streaming services. Then, I mean, I understand the cost of cable and stuff. Like, that's a whole nother topic, but it's just a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. Because if you already have 4 or 5 streaming services, whatever the cost of Netflix is, plus let's just roughly do a rough estimate to round it off to $10 a month. You already have $40 a month. And that's just saying you have cable. You just got, that's what I'm saying. So it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And that's the reason of getting rid of cable, to get something cheaper. But when you add up all the costs, it's not going to be cheaper.
Yeah. And kind of going off what she said, and you know this, I've had a conversation with a few friends of mine, and we were just trying to predict which streaming services will last. And I mean, I don't know. I think just even outside of a casual fan and as a person who pays attention to these things, I think Disney Plus right now out the gate has the strongest legs. I mean, there's still HBO Max, which no, we're not doing a review of HBO Max. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if I get a free subscription of that.
Well, for me personally, I wouldn't do like I said, I wouldn't do certain streaming services just because of the content that's on it. I'm not gonna just get a streaming service. Well, I might just for one show, but after that show's over with, it's going away.
Yeah,
and that's it. Like in reference to, that's what I thought about. Like in reference to Stars with Power, a lot of people get Stars. There's separate streaming services. Ones who don't have cable, just to watch Power, and when it's over with, it's gone. So like that type of stuff. But with Disney, it's not gonna be like that.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be like that because you're gonna always want to watch it. Like I said, because I was looking for the Disney movies. I didn't want to pay the price for them. They're a little high. They are. The classics are high.
And the classics are there. Matter of fact, it's kind of funny. They have a section on there that says "Out of the Vault," and it's like, Disney, shut the vault down. Because I mean, if you look for anything you could never find in the stores, it's definitely on Disney Plus. You just said, you mentioned shows and how you will get streaming service for shows. That actually leads me to another question. What content do you think would help keep you as someone who is currently getting a free trial for the year, or even if someone who would, let's say if you were paying for it, what content would keep you? Oh, come on. Disney. Thank you, Disney. Thank you, Disney.
No, that was Verizon. Sorry.
Thank you, Disney, for buying Verizon. However you finessing them, I don't know. Thank you.
Or maybe it might be vice versa. But anyway.
Oh, well, okay. Someone has money to buy Disney.
A portion. You can invest in stock.
Maybe Trump.
You can invest. I'm gonna end this. You're gonna end this right now. You're gonna end this.
But content. What kind of content will keep you around for Disney Plus, or is it just?
I mean, as I already said it, the movies and all that.
Well, in terms of like original content, like if because you can bank on all the movies when you watch all the movies and everything. Of course, original content is a big draw for streaming. So what original content would you kind of be more excited for?
Like I said, I'm just tired of the remakes. I am, so that would probably draw me away from it.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, like the TV shows, I'm not a child per se, but my girls like it, so it's not that. It's the older stuff on there for. I guess it would be people of my age and stuff. I'm sorry, like it would be the older stuff. So, like the Rescuers, we got it on now. That's how I keep looking at it. But
I try not to say it, but it's on.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like I'm just like they doing it. So yeah, it's just stuff like that that would keep me interested.
Okay, so it's
for everybody. It's gonna be something different. Like for you, it's different from what I would, So
yeah, because obviously for me, it's more of the like the original content that's yet to come.
Yeah.
Because
I'll watch the stuff, especially the Marvel, and I'll watch it. But like for me, that's not what it is.
It's not. So just cycling through the older content basically is what would keep you, like just the older stuff, like the things that you may have grown up.
That would keep me. And then for the girls, the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is on there. That they like that. Just little different kiddie shows for them to watch. Like it's just right there. And I mean, they have the Disney app, but to me, this is better than the Disney app. I think it is. I think it's better than the Disney app.
I think the only way it wouldn't be better than the Disney app, though, because on the Disney Now app, which for those of you who don't know, if you have a cable subscription, you have Disney Now, which you can watch the newer episodes. For free.
Yeah,
it's just an add-on.
You just add it onto your smart TV or Roku or Fire Stick.
What I think the draw with that is that with Disney Now, you have the newer episodes after they air on television. So then the question with that
that too.
With the current shows that are airing on television and are also on Disney Plus, would Disney Plus get that same privilege? Or would you have to wait?
What I would say to that is that we wait months and months and maybe a year or so for Stranger Things to come out on Netflix. And I'm just going to do that type of comparison. To where we wait for shows to come out in the abundance of, now seasons so-and-so of this show is out on Netflix. So to me, it's practically the same thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, I understand watching it week by week, but like I told you before, if you want to spread it out, a show or whatever that comes out in an abundance, such as 10 episodes one day, I mean, if you don't want to sit there and stream, you can pace yourself. So that's what I'm saying. It's just up to the person and what their particular interests are. Okay. And like I said, I wouldn't mind. I'll wait. That's what I'm saying. But somebody else might want to wait. So it just depends on what you're interested in.
Well, then that brings me to two separate questions, because especially in terms of like what's already airing on television. I know you say it might be better for some people. They might want to wait to watch on streaming, but let's say the people who see these shows like The Mandalorian or the upcoming Marvel shows, and they want to get them all at one time. Do you think forcing them into waiting week by week by week is a smart strategy, or do you think that maybe dumping everything all once is going to work, or it has worked better for shows?
I would say that it's both smart and, like I said, we wait weeks for some shows to come out, and I was I'm just gonna say some shows off the top of my head. It might not be Disney related, but like The Flash, week by week by week, and then like even with soap operas, they come out daily. So it just depends on the audience. Like I think that when they do this stuff, they know the type of audience that they're trying to attract, and they know the attention span of the audience that they're trying to attract. So that goes into play with putting out shows. And then of course it's experimental. I mean, I don't want to get into the scientific dynamics of it, but it's experimental. I mean, they're not just going to throw stuff out there without trying it on a small group or multiple small groups of people to see how they interact with it. And like I said, it's cognitive and all of that. So it's just a lot to put into play. But like I said, it's just dependent on the type of population, and like the younger generation now, we know that they will. I'll sit there and watch something all day long. So it's just like, and then it is tiring. I'm old, man. I'm old.
Okay, so you just so you say,
but I'm gonna watch it because it's interesting. So like I said, it just depends. However they put it out there is however people gonna watch it. Okay. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't knock out. They're gonna put it out there. They're gonna throw it out there because they know people are going to